All right, so I'm doing problem 2, homework 17 from yesterday. So I'm going to use synthetic division. I'm going to list all of the factors. So first of all, when I list all of these factors, there are going to be 3 of them, and they've already given me one of them, which is x minus 1. And I know there has to be 3 of them. So you're going to find the other 2. Right there, that binomial, x minus 1, is called a factor. It's a factor of the original polynomial. All right, so we take our polynomial and we drop all those variables and we just add the constant. So the first one is a 1, the second one is a 2, and the third one is a -7, and the last one is a 4, okay? That's pretty simple. Now, you put a little sideways bracket like this, and then a flat line. So I did this yesterday. So this should be, if you logged on yesterday and you were watching, this should be really review for you. But if not, you're going to pick it up for the first time right here, right now. It's not the hardest thing you've ever done. You do have to find the root. So the root is simply 1, because 1 minus 1 is 0. You see this? X minus 1 is 0. We want a number that when you put it right here and take away 1, it gives you 0. Hence, it's 1. So the root is 1. If the factor is x minus 1, the root is positive 1. We put that right there. Now, here's the procedure. This guy comes straight down. That one right there. I put a 1 here. I multiply this 1 times this 1, and I get 1. I add 2 plus 1. I'm not embarrassed to use my calculator, even though I know I can do it in my head. Some of us struggle. It's 2 plus 1. We get 3. I multiply 1 times 3 to get 3. I'm then going to add -7, +3. I get -4. I multiply. So basically, when you go, this little guy right here is multiplying by these numbers on the bottom. So 1 times -4 is -4. I'm going to combine 4 and -4. I get 0. For those of you that don't have a calculator, they're right up here on this desk. Just go ahead and grab one. They've been wiped down, but after you're done with it, wipe it back down. That would really be helpful. So I get a 0. Now, your job is to write this as a polynomial. Your job is to write this. When I say this, I'm talking about these 3 numbers as a polynomial. More importantly, a trinomial. So we write this as 1 x to the second. I know it has to be x to the second because you see that's an x to the third, and we're taking out one of these factors. So x minus 1 times 2 others has to give me this thing. So there's always going to be drop that power by 1. So x squared, there's a 3 plus 3x, there's a -4 minus 4. Now your job is to factor this guy. Factor this. And I'm going to wait for somebody out there to give me those factors. Anybody out here in this, not my presence, Miss Patton? She's correct. X plus 4, x minus 1. Now, if you have already gotten a note sheet for today, okay, Now what this thing has is really, it's kind of a put together things you should be good at this point. I don't really have anything really new on here. Maybe those little graphs down there. But you'll notice right here, problem 5 says factor. Problem 6, factor. The difference between these two problems is that this one does not have a number in front. This one has a number in front. There's a process to do this one. I understand our dilemma with factoring. The dilemma is when you guys take algebra 1, they don't push it on you. That's our dilemma. So I have to continue to give you opportunities to get better at factoring. Nonetheless, right here, this is done. See these two guys? Here's factor number 1, factor number 2, factor number 3. We got all 3 of them. You just slip them right in here. And highlight to make it pretty. And what the heck? Let's just list the roots. What are they? Raise your hand if you know what the roots are. One finger up means you know what the roots are. 2 fingers up means you don't. Everybody's got fingers, so put them up. I'm going to see if you can figure this out. X plus 4 is equal to 0. Subtract 4 on both sides. X is equal to X equals -4. That, my friends, is called root. Now reevaluate your brain. 1 finger means you know what all 3 roots are. 2 fingers mean you don't. Think so? Hadley, what are they? There's only 3 of them, so what's one of them in here? Just give me one. -4. Why do you know them? 1 more. 1. There they are. How do you find the roots? You set the factors equal to 0. X minus 1 equals 0. Add 1, you get 1. X plus 4 equals 0. Take away 4, you get -4. This one's just like that. All right, make sure you understand how to find those roots, because that is kind of where we move into next. So that is problem 2. You people at home, there it is, problem 2. Check. Let's go down to problem number 3. State the degree. Let's just move right around the room. Wyatt, what's the degree of problem number 3? The degree is the largest power. Now look again. It's a 3. So this is a degree 3. It says end behavior. Every day I write up here on the board the description of our graphs. You have positive odd, right arm up, left arm down. That means all of our graphs, whenever the right side is up and the left side is down, it's positive odd. We have a negative odd. If we put a negative sign in front of our lead coefficient, the graphs get flipped. It gets inverted. So therefore, left arm up, right arm down. You can have even polynomial functions. So if it's a positive even, both arms have to be up. So it looks like this. If it was negative even, it's inverted. So both arms will be down. So now we look at our polynomial function here. You look at the degree as a 3. You look at the number in front, that's called the lead coefficient. That's called nothing, that's called nothing. This is called something. It's called the constant term or the y-intercept. This is the y-intercept and the constant term. That's nothing, nothing. That's called the lead coefficient. That gives us the degree. That's odd, odd. Positive, a positive number. We don't care whether that number is odd or even. That has no relevance. Positive, see that plus sign? So this is positive odd. Positive odd. Right arm up, left arm down. That's what you say. Right up, left down. It's a degree 3. Positive odd. Right up, left down. Do the same thing on the next one, problem number 4. First of all, you have to identify the degree. Mr. Goodwin, what's the degree on this one? The degree would be the largest power. So what is the largest power that you see? That's a 5 right there. So this is a degree 5. Laurel, how would you describe it? Positive odd, negative odd, positive even, negative even. Definitely odd. It's negative because there's a negative sign right here. So we describe it as negative odd. And now you look at your little chart, negative odd, left arm up, right arm down. Left up, right down. Problem number 5, you have to use synthetic division. This, my friends, right there, that is called synthetic division. So down here, we do the same thing. Here's the process. Those of you that did not log on yesterday, which is a majority of you, because I know that